These American soldiers flat out disobeyed orders. They just stood there, not moving an inch. 10 minutes ago, they were supposed to be on the battlefield, but now all of them were staring at a low-ranking private.
Waiting for what?
Private Doss to finish praying for us, sir.
Private Doss is praying for you. Who the hell is Private Doss?
Once Doss finished praying, the captain instantly understood. He gave the order to attack. Only then did the men charge forward into battle. In 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. The U.S. was forced to get involved in this war. The country began drafting soldiers in huge numbers. One of them was a guy named Doss, known around the camp as the Weirdo. On the first day of training, while everyone else rushed to grab a rifle, he just stood there, refusing to take one. He said he'd made a vow, never touch a gun. What's the difference between going to the battlefield without a gun and dying? It turned out that Doss suffered domestic violence when he was a child. When he grew up, he almost shot his father to death because he resisted his father. Consumed by guilt, he swore he'd never touch a weapon again. But when war broke out, he didn't hesitate to enlist because he wanted to save lives as a combat medic. No matter how much the drill sergeant yelled or mocked him, he still refused to pick up a gun. Frustrated, the sergeant brought him to the captain's office. Standing before the officers, Doss not only insisted he wouldn't carry a weapon, he also said, as a devout Christian, he wouldn't train on Saturdays because of the Sabbath. The captain thought he was mentally unstable and planned to discharge him for being psychologically unfit. But after talking with the base doctor, it was confirmed. Doss was completely sane. Still, to the captain, a coward didn't deserve to wear the uniform. So he ordered the sergeant to make his life hell, hoping Doss would quit on his own. He was assigned the worst jobs, scrubbing toilets, cleaning filth, getting blamed for everything, and causing the whole unit to get punished. From that day on, everyone started to hate him. After lights were turned off late at night, his roommates beat him severely. The next morning, the sergeant came in for inspection, only to find Doss covered in bruises, his bed sheets soaked with blood. Feeling guilty, the sergeant tried to convince him to leave the army. He asked Doss to name who did it, but Doss just said he fell out of bed. Everyone in the room was stunned. Even the sergeant was taken aback by his stubborn resolve. He had no choice but to walk away. But that same day, a colonel came to the base. He'd heard about Doss wanting to fight without a gun and took him straight to a military tribunal. If the charges stuck, Doss would be facing serious prison time. Despite his fiance's persuasion, his belief remained unshakable.